When part 2 of the Ryu'd Granzai event comes on May 2nd, the new unit Valerie is coming as well. It seems as though Valerie is going to be the last 5-star unit before all the new 6 stars start to release, so try not to go too deep into the banner. As for Valerie, she's a water human and her slots are 2 5-star physicals and a 4-star support. These are actually really solid, no complaints here. For her skill, it has a 10-second CT and increases her arts by 20. Not bad for sure, gives a nice amount of arts equaling out to 2 arts a second. For her arts, it does 20,000 water damage physical and it permanently increases all allies stats by 10%, up to 30%. For 15 seconds, it reduces the enemy's physical resist by 20%. It's very similar to Haruto's passive, although it doesn't stack with his. The physical resist is a nice little boost as well, although this art won't really be seeing much use unless she's on a sustained team without Haruto. For her true art, she does 70,000 water damage physical, and for 15 seconds, she increases water allies damage by 120%. If the water allies' HP is above 70%, she instead boosts their damage by 240%. This true art is quite broken all things considered. The ability to give water allies a 240% damage buff is invaluable and makes her have the single largest damage buff for the team in the game as of now. Of course, the fact that it's limited to water units hurts it quite a bit, but it'd be broken if it wasn't element locked. But besides from that, this will make units like Summer Juno, Joker Celia, or even ReZero Rem put up insanely high numbers. This true art is basically a stronger but more restricted version of Charlotte's true art. For her passives, when she's near death, she increases her arts by 200 and recovers 100% of her health. She also increases damage to demons by 50% and her accuracy by 30%. The 200 arts near death is very good in nukes, since if it's used right, she'll be able to true art twice in the same nuke. It's also pretty good for sustained fights where she might need to survive a nuke from the enemy. The 50% damage to demons is actually really high as well, and it will make her do noticeably more damage against demons. The accuracy is really nice as well. Overall, she has really great passives. For her true weapon, True Shooting Star, it has a 50-second CT and does 9,000 water damage physical. For 12 seconds, it reduces the enemy's physical resist by 40%. The first time the equip's used, it increases all allies' stats by 30% for 12 seconds. With the 40% physical resist, this makes this equip tied with Emperor's physical true weapon for the highest physical resist down on an equip, unless Global released some of the summer equips that can go higher. I think there was Luan's shorts or something, but I'm not quite sure. I would say that if you have Emperor's physical true weapon, you don't really need this, although the stats up on first use is really strong in nukes, as well as the start of sustained battles, since it can heal the team when they get started. For the true weapon passives, when it's used on Valerie, it increases her damage by 30% and arts by 2 a second. It also has a passive 5% physical resist. It's a really nice damage buff for Valerie and definitely worth it to use on her. Overall, a really great true weapon to have even if you don't pull Valerie. If you don't have Emperor's physical true weapon, this could be worth a pickup, but if you do have it, only get this if you have plenty of rainbow gems or you want it for Valerie. As for Valerie as a whole, she's a really great unit to have, to be honest. She can give water units a crazy amount of damage as well as putting out a ton of damage herself. A staple in Wano water nukes, and she'll definitely change up a lot of the leaderboards. She also holds up fairly well in sustained battles, so long as she has proper healing or shielding. A really good duo unit to pair her with would be Volti, since a Wano water team would be getting a total of 360% total damage from both Valerie and Volti. Crazy damage for sure. She's definitely worth a summon or even a run through a step up, if they have it that is, but do not pity her at all. The reason is that her being the last 5-star means that 6 stars are next, the first of which being War God Fen. You definitely want to save your crystals to pity War God Fen. The only other unit with value on the banner is gonna be Charlotte. She's very similar to Valerie, but she instead has a 150% arts damage buff for the team regardless of element or race. Very strong for sure. For the rest of the update, there's gonna be a login, but it's fairly mid to be honest. They're also going to be running Dark Zeorg's event, so for anyone that doesn't have True Exceeds X, this is your chance to farm the free version. It's really good for its lifesteal passive, and it has a good amount of arts damage and buffs. Try to farm at least 1 or 2 of these max LB, although you can do more if you want. That's all there is to the update though. Not a whole lot, but this means that War God Fen should be dropping anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks from now, so make sure to save up since he's gonna shake the game up as much as Emperor has. To anyone summoning, good luck, don't go deep, and thanks for watching.